He was seated in the deep blue throne of power in his secret lair, buried deep under his super island. His hands laid limply in his lap like two tired hounds after the vigorous run of the hunt. His costume was blue. It had yellow stripes. He also wore black gloves and a matching blue mask. He did not know why there was a symbol of a telephone on his chest. He had never bothered to ask anyone what it meant. It seemed pointless to him to ask. His name was Daedalus, Captain Daedalus, and this was fitting for in his strict Roman Catholic upbringing. There was no room for himself, just an identity that he wore like a cloak of comfort. He felt stymied, and stunted, and trapped within himself, dead inside, Daedalus. But not only that, there was something else holding him back. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Yes. He knew what it was. This fucking long-winded third-person narrative. Or maybe it was the stream of consciousness monologue running over and over in his head. He was not sure. But he did know that Aunt Ginny and her friend Mr. Latimer would not want him to go out without making his bed. What the fuck was he talking about? He thought. His anger stemmed from the realization that fighting criminals was going to be really difficult without punctuation and shorter sentences to keep the emphatic action of a superhero or a supervillain for that matter moving along. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. The clock on the wall struck 2. He realized having a cuckoo clock was not conducive to being a fucking super cool superhero. He looked down at his costume. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. The mechanical bird mocked him. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. He thought of his mother's tea parties. The bright flowery china with its simple rose-patterned design. And the piles of crustless bread sandwiches and scones and muffins and cookies made by Mrs. Potter who lived down the lane. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. And he wondered if Dr. Death still used that fucked-up laser beam blaster anymore. Cuckoo. Cuckoo.